Unit 5, Working to a Brief, Learning Outcome 3. This is the third reflection vlog of 3. We was asked to talk about what we have learnt and what has changed during this period of time. We have had a few difficulties when making our final product. The advert was one of these. We didn't really give ourselves enough time to plan, so as a group we just had to go out and film whatever came to mind. I'm not really happy with the final product because I think we could have done a lot more preparation. The poster was another difficulty because we couldn't come together as a group and like the poster. I always thought there was something wrong with it, whether it was the colours, the layouts or the main image. There was something that I just didn't like. We haven't changed anything from the production schedule in this period of time. We changed a few things when actually making the final product, but it wasn't massive changes. In the schedule we said we was going to use razors and tweezers to make the final product more real for the audience. We didn't do this when applying the makeup. We actually only used one camera the whole way through as well for our webisodes, because we didn't feel like we needed another camera angle, and if we did then we just filmed it on the same camera. We hardly used the tripod, and if we did it was only the one, and in our production schedule we said we needed two. These are the only things we have changed in our production schedule. We haven't really changed anything on the brief. A few deadlines were changed to a week after because we didn't really have time to do the piece of work for the deadline date. But we changed them as a class and not individually, and I haven't made any changes to the brief either. If we did, it would have been in a group. We have talked to two different clients during our webisode units. Paul from Face TV and Mark from Pork Chop Pictures. Mark was much better to talk to because personally I think he liked the idea a bit more than Paul. He didn't really have faith that it was going to work. He was just thinking of the consequences of how it might offend the audience. Mark gave us more creative decisions which were more helpful, and we could improve our work better with the feedback that Mark gave us. He also gave us initial ideas about the poster. When we saw Paul, it was a bit earlier, so he didn't really have time to pitch his ideas to us about the poster. Both of them helped us, and we took something out of both speeches and improved our work. As a group, we have our days when we're really close and we have great creative days, and then the days where we just don't get along and we fight all the time. I think now it's coming to an end of the webisodes unit. We should have come up with a more creative idea, but I think we could have thought of one if we really tried. I also think when we started this webisode unit, the whole idea was really rushed. We didn't really think of the best way we could have it really. We just thought about the idea, the initial idea. The role that Shannon and I played has been changed. All three of us are the main characters, and instead of having a quite serious storyline, we tried to make the comedy aspect come through. I really think we did this well, especially Shannon and I. Billy's acting skills to start off with were very limited. Even if I would tell him to do something, he wouldn't really feel very comfortable doing it. You can see this in the advert at the start when Naomi and Maddie are walking up to him. I think if we work together as a group again, we really need to think about maybe adding another member, someone who has a better creative side, or just splitting apart and going individually with another person. Okay, that's my final reflection vlog.